Hey there! Have you ever wanted the clothes you wear to make you thinner? Not just look thinner, but actually be thinner? Well then do I have a product for you.
It'll leave everyone you pass by saying, wow, what a waist.
That's right. I'm here today to tell you about the Corset Diet and how it's going to give you that great waist.
Of your money.
Nonsense. If you think spending as low as $59 on a product that's going to improve your posture, shrink your waist, and even change your eating habits, then you're out of your mind.
Yeah, sure, but what evidence do you have of that?
Our super official website, of course. That's right. Just go on our website and you'll see all the facts, like how the corset actually engages your abdominal muscles so that you don't even need to exercise.
Well...
But wait, there's more. On our super official website, we have an actress dressed as a doctor who assures you that you don't even need to change your eating habits. You just wear the corset for a few hours every day.
Yeah, I saw on your website it said no more than 8 hours, and then it said for the best results, you have to wear it for 16. So which is it?
Just wear the corset every day for a few hours until it doesn't hurt anymore. It's like breaking in a new shoe. It might be uncomfortable at first, but look at all our happy customers.
That doesn't sound like it could work for anyone. How could something that's just a piece of cloth with steel wiring inside ever be effective? That is no way to lose weight, especially not in a healthy way.
Well, it worked for actress and model Jessica Alba.
Yes, but she has tons more money and resources than the average person.
Well, it worked for Diane, and it can work for you too.
Who is Diane?
Diane, one of our many happy customers. Let's read her story about how she loved the corset. When I received my beautiful corset, I put it on and instantly felt amazing. I lost around 4 pounds per week and absolutely loved the experience. Way to go, Diane.
Yeah, that doesn't sound scripted at all.
Shh, you're ruining my infomercial. If you are ready for a life-changing product, well, here it is, the Corset Diet. All it'll do is force your body unnaturally into a pear shape. How fun! But the best part about it is that it's bringing back a piece of iconic historical fashion.
Yes, but we can't forget all of the negative social consequences of the corset. Women were forced into wearing it that made all movement impractical. They were forced into the domestic work, making it where men never had to do any of it.
Okay, I didn't ask for a history lesson, but I'm not selling you a product about social issues. I'm selling you a product about your body.
Yes, but those social issues were impacted by health consequences. Women's mobility was reduced because of the increased intra-abdominal and intravesical pressure put on their body.
Well, I can assure you on our website, that's super official, it tells you that it will not decrease mobility and actually will leave you quite comfortable. And you gotta believe everything you read on the internet.
Well, your website may say that, but in 2010, Wilkstrand and colleagues in the Scandinavian Journal of Primary Healthcare reported that those who were in the treatment group that wore the corset actually reported significant discomfort.
Okay, they may have experienced some discomfort, but I can assure you that in a study I read, there were 38 participants who wore corsets with a very low-calorie diet, and at the end of the study found that there were no adverse side effects other than slight, I repeat, slight, discomfort.
That's totally unfair. You need to tell these people the truth. Those participants had to wear the corset for 12 to 16 hours a day for 9 months. So as it will probably come as no surprise, there was very low compliance in that study. In addition to that, in the 1 and 2 year follow-up studies, there were no significant differences in the weight reduction for a control group that did not wear a corset and the treatment group that did wear one.
Okay, well that was just a group of bad participants. In another study, there were a group of women who wore an abdominal support belt. And at the end of the study, they found that they had increased abdominal strength as well as better posture and decreased lower back pain.
So who were your participants then?
Well, they were a group of postpartum women, and after a woman gives birth, her abdominal muscles are severely stretched, and so the abdominal support belt actually helped them regain their strength.
So the abdominal support belt group was compared to another treatment group, right?
Well, yeah, of course. There was another group of participants who did some exercises a few days a week, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool, and the support belt did better.
Well, not exactly.
Alrighty
But
then.
the support belt group did have significant results. The exercise group just did a little bit better.
So then why aren't we telling these people to just exercise?
That's not important. I'm promoting easy weight loss. Why put in the extra work if you don't have to?
Well, we have to remember that these women just gave birth, and our bodies have this incredible way to naturally heal on their own. Maybe it was just a time effect.
Well, the study didn't talk about that.
Yes, but we have to consider that these women were a select group. People who give birth are not the same as the everyday human. That doesn't make their results generalizable.
Well, it worked for Diane, and she didn't recently give birth.
Good for Diane.
It is good for Diane. See, the corset really can work wonders for your waist and abdominal muscles.
Wait a minute. I actually read a historical review that said the corset weakens both your abdominal muscles and your back muscles because the corset is simply too stiff.
Well, that's all in the past. These corsets are totally different.
How?
Well, for one thing, they're way more stylish.
I understand that fashion is so important nowadays, but if you really think about it, a corset isn't that much different than a bra.
What are you talking about? This is totally different from a bra. This is a corset.
The corset and the bra are so similar because, as you can see, once the corset is on, it just pushes everything you've got into the ideal shape. But like a bra, once it's taken off, everything just falls back into place.
Well, then why would women keep buying these products if they didn't really work?
Well, for starters, people like you who sell and lie, but even centuries ago, doctors didn't understand that the corset was the cause of all of these negative health issues. They thought women were supposed to be frail and supposed to have bodily damage, and now people like you are promoting the thin waist and totally disregarding all the health risks.
I am hurt. I'm a woman just like you, and I care about women's health.
Your ignorance is truly amazing. How can you totally disregard all the other risks?
What other health risks? I'll admit it may be a little uncomfortable at first, but I promise you'll always have a smile on your face when you're wearing the corset.
Hold up, no you won't. You can't smile if you can't breathe. The corset worsens the functioning of your diaphragm.
That's just because it's a little bit difficult to adjust to it at first, but I promise you, only the amazing results will take your breath away.
Yeah, I saw that line on your website, but how do you explain the decreased blood flow, decreased heart rate, and dizziness?
I know you're probably referring to some of the concerns by local doctors, but I can assure you that our marketing managers found that these so-called problems are non-existent.
Do you hear yourself? Marketing managers? Really?
That's right, and Miss Negative. Don't you forget there's another historical study that found that women who wore corsets actually had increased longevity.
And while that may be true, you also should take into consideration that these women probably came from a higher socioeconomic status because they could actually afford the corset. And with higher socioeconomic status comes more access to health care, better food, and just an overall higher quality of living.
You're just speculating. Don't ignore the facts. Besides, the corset can actually improve your posture.
But while it's doing that, it's displacing your ribs and bruising your internal organs. If you want to improve your posture, just do this. Wow, look at me go.
But see, you look better already, and the point of the corset is that you don't even need to think about standing up straight because it forces your body to.
But my point is that I was just able to do everything that your models and so-called happy customers do on your website in their after photos.
What are you talking about?
Just look, this is a classic marketing strategy.
This is genuine happiness.
Sure it is.
You don't understand the struggle that these women went through trying weight loss program after weight loss program until they finally found happiness in the Corset Diet.
All you're doing is exploiting these women's emotions, which is one of the many classic marketing strategies that Willingham discusses in his book.
Oh, okay, I get it. You can read, but I promise on our website we have the backings of doctors.
Yes, but your website is just another marketing strategy. Not only do you exploit the women's emotions, but you also manipulate them into thinking that these marketing managers are doctors. And in addition to that, you use selective attention, which is when you only show the positive results and never the negative results.
Cut. Well, of course we do. How else are we going to sell the product?
Thank you. You finally understand. But now, let me just tell you some of my favorite parts about the website.
Okay.
For starters, you said that women are so brave and that they just keep persevering, trying weight loss program after weight loss program, probably like you, and you still want that flat tummy.
Yes, this is a strategy we use for women who may be going through difficulties with other weight loss programs. By drawing attention to the emotional difficulties that other happy customers have gone through with other weight loss programs, it leads the potential buyer to believe that the Corset Diet may actually work for them. It also leads them to believe that we care about their happiness rather than our money.
Oh yeah, and you also had a doctor on your website. I mean, she was really pixelated, but it was still pretty cool.
Yes, this is another tool we use. People are much more likely to believe in the validity of our product if they see a person of authority somewhere on the website. You're much more likely to believe a doctor rather than somebody else. However, all this shows is that we can hire an actress and have a photo shoot.
Oh, speaking of actress, it was so cool that Jessica Alba also uses your product.
Ah, yes. Yet again, another example of how we use an emotional connection and authority to draw attention to somebody from the media. Potential buyers really believe that, oh, if it worked for this actress, it must work for me too. But something to note is that when Jessica Alba used the product, she had recently given birth. And as we know from the McCauley study, the results are inconclusive as to whether or not the increased abdominal strength are due to the effects of time and the body naturally healing itself, or the effects of the corset.
Yeah, but you had so many other testimonials on your website.
Yes, this is one of my favorite strategies that we use. It's actually called a framing technique, and it's a way for us to make it seem as though the product is way more successful and has more positive results than in reality. To ensure this effect, we have the 100% money-back guarantee method. And so therefore, the only results we have to show are people who were 100% satisfied while completely disregarding all the other people that sent the product back to us.
Yeah, that was so cool. You showed actual women with actual results.
Ah, yes. Meet Diane, one of our many marketing strategy tools that we use as a prop to make more money. Please note that in the before photo, she's wearing baggy clothes and is slouched over, whereas in the after photo, she's wearing a dress designed to fit her figure, as well as positioning herself in a way so that she appears thinner to the camera. Also note that she's smiling in the after photo, implying that genuine happiness comes from crushing your body in an unnatural way in a corset.
It really is very sad to hear all of the different marketing strategies that the Corset Diet uses to manipulate its buyers.
Well, the worst part about it is that our target audience is a group of vulnerable women who genuinely believe that we want to help them. The truth of the matter is that the Corset Diet is a scam and should be a thing of the past. But as long as people keep buying, we keep selling.
People should understand that you cannot and should not force your body to look a certain way. And the health risks that come along with the corset are not only staggering, but we cannot overlook them.
That's right. And studies also show that healthy eating and healthy exercise promote normal weight and function for your body. People need to learn to listen to their body and really appreciate all the things that your body can do for you.
Furthermore, the Corset Diet does not promote a positive body image, but rather teaches its users that they should punish their body so it looks a certain way, and therefore they must live unnaturally. If we can learn to love our body, then we can learn to best treat it the way that it needs to be treated.
Yeah, but if living a healthy and fulfilled life does not appeal to you, then buy our product,
The Corset Diet.
What a waste!
Of your money.